Okay, let's jump into something that, well, affects all of us every day, our food. And specifically, how AI, artificial intelligence, is really changing how it gets from, the farm to your plate.
And it's not just about speed or efficiency, though that's part of it. What's really striking is how AI is being used to tackle this enormous global problem, food waste. I mean, the amount of good food that spoils is just staggering.
It really is. So yeah, our mission today for this deep dive is to unpack how these AI-powered tracking systems are making a difference. We're using insights from an article we looked at, exploring exactly how they work.
Right. We'll get into how AI helps keep food fresh, manages inventory much more effectively, and even improves food safety. Some pretty cool stuff.
Definitely. Yeah. So let's start with freshness. How does AI help there? The sources mention sensors and monitoring.
Yeah, it's more than just basic temperature checks. AI systems are monitoring a whole range of conditions constantly. At temperature, sure, but also humidity, oxygen levels, even vibration during transit, things that really impact spoilage.
Okay, so constant monitoring. But the key is what AI does with that data, right?
Exactly, it's about prediction. These AI algorithms, they take this stream of real-time data, mix it with historical info for that specific food, the route it's taking, the packaging, and based on all that, they predict the actual remaining shelf life, much more accurately than a simple best by date.
Wow. So it learns. Like if a truck hits a heat wave or bumpy roads, the AI figures out how much faster, say, those specific berries might spoil.
Precisely, it's dynamic. And the article mentioned practical examples, like smart labels that physically change color to show the real freshness level.
Or alerts automatically going to supply chain managers before the food actually goes bad, giving them a chance to act.
Right. Which leads perfectly into the next point. All this real-time freshness data, it completely changes how inventory is managed and helps cut down waste dramatically.
Makes sense. If you know exactly how long something will really last, you can handle stock better. But how is it different from, traditional methods?
Well, traditional methods often rely on rough estimates. AI digs much deeper. It analyzes huge amounts of data, past sales, seasons, local events, even weather forecasts to predict demand fluctuations much, much better.
Ah, so businesses don't just order a standard amount. They order closer to what's actually needed.
Exactly. Avoiding that massive overstock problem where food just sits and eventually gets thrown out. Plus, machine learning can look at the whole supply chain, find those hidden bottlenecks or delays that cause waste, and systems can even adjust stock levels automatically, proactively.
Preventing waste before it even happens. That's huge. Okay, what about safety? That feels incredibly important. How does AI step in there?
Yeah, critical area. How do you know the food you're buying is safe, or even what it claims to be? AI offers some powerful tools here, like automated systems using AI to scan food samples for pathogens. They can be faster, potentially more accurate than just visual checks, catching contamination early.
And traceability, I think the article mentioned blockchain.
hmm Combine AI tracking with blockchain, and you get this secure, unchangeable digital log of a food item's entire journey from the farm onwards. That gives you a level of proof for authenticity and safety we just haven't had before.
That traceability sounds crucial, especially for recalls.
Definitely. If there is a contamination issue, AI systems using that tracking data can pinpoint exactly which batches are affected almost instantly.
So recalls become faster, much more targeted. You don't end up throwing away tons of perfectly safe food just in case.
Right. It builds consumer trust and, well, it's just safer.
Okay, so AI is already making big waves in freshness, waste, safety. What about the future? Do the sources hint at what's next?
Yeah, it touched on a few emerging things, using smart drones, maybe for quick delivery, or even inspecting crops in tricky locations. Also, using AI to generate detailed sustainability reports, helping companies track and reduce their environmental impact.
And even going right back to the start, like farming itself.
Yep. Automated farming analytics AI, helping optimize how crops are grown, how resources like water are used, right from the very beginning.
It really does feel like AI is weaving its way into every single step.
It is. The main takeaway here is that these AI tracking systems aren't just small tweaks. They are fundamentally reshaping food supply chains. We're seeing significant waste reduction, much stronger safety nets, and more efficient systems overall.
Making the whole process smarter, more sustainable. Good for businesses, good for us as consumers.
Absolutely. And as the tech gets better and more integrated, its role is only going to get bigger.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening.
Mhm.
How might all this tech change your relationship with food? Think about how it's grown, shipped, the guarantees you might have about freshness and safety, what you actually see on the shelves next time you're shopping. It's